The coalition of Nigeria's hottest DJ.
Yes, welcome aboard again today, my wonderful viewers. I'm sure from the intro you have just seen now. So we are going to be continuing with what we started, blending Virtualdj and FS Studio. If you don't know, you go know. So get your seatbelt ready. Welcome to my party. If you must drink, just drink some good bottle of water. Okay. Yes, let's get into the business of the day as I've started it in my last video, where I give a brief intro where you turn this your complete keypad into drum. You have a sample of drum running on the Virtualdj software while you play around with your keypad as another drum again to fine tune. It can be keyboard, it can be your piano, flute, and a host of other things. Don't worry, we are going to see everything in detail as I begin to explain. So from this intro we've seen, let's see. So this is my little drum here. This is my keyboard. You can clearly see it on the other side. So just so you can see the sound. Let me move to another one again. So imagine, see how interesting it is. This is a sample sound of the common concept that is being used today, which is the amapiano kind of drum. So the amapiano's sound system was built from a culture of a particular tribe. I won't mention it now. The DJ find it and build it to make it a world-class music. So it's a concept that has really taken over the world in the music industry, and I've had a couple of DJs I've learned from who use this simple arrangement, build up their own drum samples to fuse into a song and to give it a wider acceptance. So it's a very unique concept that a couple of DJs have used over the years, though not too common these days, but it's a very good way. The drum that is currently playing on this beat is not actually the beating of the sound, but it's a beat I composed using this same concept. So we are going to see how we will use use FS Studio to compose beats that we will now use on our Virtualdj software to blend. So let's go over to the system. Let me turn off the keyboard for now. So from the intro you've seen, so this is the FS Studio. At the beginning is quite intimidating from the surface you are seeing. So from this surface, when you open it at first, it looks intimidating, but don't worry, everything in there is very simple. You have a host of features here. You have your song, you have your pattern up, then you have some other elements here. This one to keep your drum alive, and this one for loop, and this one is a timer to start the song. This one too is for your environment, the keyboard too. Use this for the keyboard. Then use this one to bring your keyboard, that means your chord, to show the chord that you are attaching to the song. Then you use this for your mixer. You use this to bring out the sound rack. This is where you compose your sound. So we are going to compose another simple beat. Let me stop the one that is playing for now. So let me stop this. We will now have this running. So back to our FS Studio. Let me close this first for now. So for us to compose our beat, we first need to get samples. You can either use the samples or you can use the inbuilt plugins that comes with the system. The first one I showed you guys here, this one, this very one, these ones I've just shown you, these different ones I showed. These are the plugins. These ones are plugins that come. Plugins are software that are attached together. They are mimic of sounds that are attached. But if you want to have your own unique sound, maybe you have your own clap, you have your own voice that you want to attach directly to build your own samples, we are going to be looking at it right now. So from the intro, as I've once said in my video where I talked about counting beats, for you to compose a beat, you first need to have a song that is leading you, a song that is constantly giving you a guide on how to count. In this case, we are going to pick a loop. When you load the environment at the beginning, this is a blank environment. Let me remove them for now. Everything is blank. This is how it is at the beginning when you open it. You will now come to this particular point. You have your samples that you install. This one I'm using JE Sampler Pack 7V Grow Deep. So this is a simple sample pack I downloaded and uploaded. These are the different sample pack you can see. So these are different sample pack. I'm going to pick one. Let's pick this one that looks like the amapiano kind of beat. Actual amapiano kind of beat. I load it here. So this is it. I'm sure you love it. So after picking the sound, the loop, this loop is going to be guiding us. We are going to replicate it as many times as we can. Then we will now have our, we are going to pick any sound of our choice. Let's check for percussion. So you have your individual sounds here. So we are going to pick one that we like. So I think let's go with this first one. We'll go with this first one. Then if you want to add it, you come to this particular point that you see one here, two, you click. Let's say you name it, let's say pack 1. You check here. This is where you add your sounds. So we'll now bring it. Here. At this point, we are looking at how to add this sound from the sample pack that we have. We are going to see how we are going to add it from the inbuilt sound that comes with the system. After this, we can as well extend this. Let's add another one to make it longer. Sorry. So we have extended it from here. You can see the length has gone far. So we are going to drag this one too to fill up the sound, to fill up the space as well. Here we'll zoom to enable us extend it to a perfect point. This is just for the show. So we'll now have it long. So it is fully long here. You use this up part when you drag it to zoom in and out. So we now have it now. We are going to pick a particular sound and add to this now. So which sound are we going to pick now? We have seen that particular percussion sound. So we are going to pick that percussion sound and load it on this particular wave. We are going to pick it one after the other. We will now come to our rack. We will now add sound. When you click add, there is a particular point here. When you look at this element that appears here, these are individual packs that are installed on your system. That is the FL Studio. You pick this one that talks about sampler. Look at it down here. You pick it. When you pick it, it comes up. You will now drag this percussion, the one that you like. You will now drop it on it. Once you drop it on it, look at the keyboard. I'm going to pick. It's going to, anytime I click on it, it's going to provide that same sound to my system. Then the sound is going to be arranged based on the chord. For those that use keyboard, you understand that we have different sound, that is keys. So it's going to make the sound to appear in different keys. Just what this is the initial key. Look at it. You can see how the key is changing as I press different key. You see it brings the key down. This one's the higher you go, the higher key, the lower key. That is. So this is it. Then we will now come up here. Let's go with the sound. We will now come to our record point. Look at it, it's on the song. We will now click record. When we click record, this environment appears. We click record everything. So when we click record everything, so the beating is going on. So if we want to add this particular sound to it, you are going to see how we'll do it now. We're going to see how we'll do it. Just watch. So after doing our work here, so if you look at it, the sound went, but it's not very well the way we want it. So we have opportunity to adjust it. How do we do it? We will now double click on it. When we double click on it, it's going to open the chord for us. Since we use letter D, it's going to be the D. We're going to scroll. You can see the sound here. So it's between C5 and C6. So these are the individual sounds. So we will now adjust it. We are going to be shifting it. We will shift it little so that it will rhyme the way we want. So look at it. I'm going to shift this one forward small. Take it to the, you see? Add another one here. So you can see how the sound went. So from this point, if we want to do any necessary adjustment, we can replay it and continue to do the adjustment. The one that doesn't rhyme, we can either shift it forward small or backward small so that it will rhyme with the beat. You can see it here too. So for this case, this is where we use our keyboard to impute. This is where we use our keyboard to impute the sound by tapping on the particular sound the way we want it. After installing it, after attaching it to the key rack here, you will use this point to adjust the volume in and out. Then we use this particular point to attach it to the channel. Don't worry, we are going to see the channel with time. Let's start from this point first. Then if we want to attach, now we have attached this particular, we have attached these two sounds to it. Now we now have our beat and our percussion that is going on. We will now go to the next item. We are going to attach another sound to it again. We are going to attach this long drum. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to locate this long drum. The long drum is very easy to access. You click this particular point, then you will pick this fruity dance 10. You add it. By the time we pick it, you will now see. So as I'm tapping the keyboard, I bring back the rack. So as I'm tapping the keyboard, these are the individual sounds. The good thing with this particular pack there is it has a lot of sound. We are going to see, don't worry. We will come to this particular point that says preset. Left click on it, you are going to see different sounds. We even have the E-bass. Yeah, let's pick the E-bass to see what. So we have the E-bass. Let's come. So this E-bass is just like our keyboard, sorry, our guitar. We'll pick another element again from the key. Pick another element again. So our target is this long drum. The long drum that actually sounds like they are my piano kind of sound. Look at it. So before we add this particular sound, we are going to add it here. Let's say our long drum. We'll name it long drum by adding it. After adding it, we check it here. When we check it, you have the long drum here. You will now drag it to this particular point. Then we'll now expand it to the length that we want. Don't remember, sounds, when it comes to sound composition, they are mostly repetition. The repetition can go with time, where you have little adjustments, or depending on how you want the sound is, but there is always that initial point that you start it. So this is just like the starting point. We are just giving it a little view. So after having this, you have dragged it to the length that we want. We will now come back, bring back our key again. We will now pick this one. So when we click it, so then we click it. For now, we are running it on a test before we add it. So we have it. After we have a test of it, we will now record it. When we click record, it will now ask us to say record everything. It's going to record it on this particular wave now. This particular wave we are seeing, this particular empty drum that we sample environment that we created, so that when we are pressing the sound, it's going to be recording it based on the way we press it. Then we can do adjustments after everything. Let's have a test of it now. So you can see we now added this one. We are going to add our piano to it now. We have added these few elements. So to add our piano, we'll now go back to this particular point again, click on this plus minus. Let's just say piano or any sound of our choice. The good thing there is we have a lot of elements on this particular environment. You drag it to the point again. After adding it, you now stretch it to the length that you want. Then you will now bring back the rack. Sorry, this is our mixer. Bring back the rack, add our elements. These are individual elements. We have a lot of things here. We are going to pick Sakura. Look at it here. Pick Sakura. This is the initial sound that comes with it. So when we pick it, this is the pack. For us to add the individual element, we'll right click on it. Then we'll pick our instant element. These are individual sound. You can test it at your own time. We are going to be seeing it in detail. These are individual sound. We have Eastern Dream, Eastern Bank, and the rest of them. So you have Eastern Dream. Pick the Eastern Dream. We are going to pick, these are the individual sounds that we have here. We are going to pick bass, the bass flute or the bass punk. So we are going to give it a test. We are going to give it a test for now. See. Sorry, you are not seeing my keyboard. So pick our Eastern bass, pick our bass, that is bass friendless. Look at it here. So we are going to run a test on it now. So after having the sound, we will now record it. You will now come back to this record again, click it, pick everything, then you will now tap on the play. Then wherever you want to drop the sound on it, you are going to be clicking it. So look at it. See it. So you can see we have now attached it to it. We now have everything set. Then by the time you are done composing all these beats the way you want it, you can actually listen to it one after the other. by selecting what and what you don't want to hear. Once you click it, it will turn it off. And this is only the initial loop that will attach. If you want to hear any other sound with it, this is only this sound alone. So if you want to remove, you turn it off. So this is only the guitar, that is that big guitar. Then this is the keyboard, so you can see. So putting everything together, so after putting everything together, you can begin to adjust it and shift it the way you want, to the length that you want. Then you cut off some parts and arrange it to give it that fine tune that you want. Then after everything, you will now come to this particular point where the write file, you save. If you want to save it, if you want to export it as mp3, you can click export. Then you pick the particular file format that you want. Let's assume you want to take it as mp3, you click mp3, and let's say piano guitar. Now click save. Once you click save, it asks you to render it. Make sure everything here is mp3. The size quality should be good enough. 192 to 320 is okay. Then you will now start and click save. It will automatically save it on the system for you. Then once you are done saving it, like in my own case, it's saving my folder document. I'll now come to my folder document here, and I pick my folder document. Look at it here. I can now come here and load it on the Virtualdj. So can you see? So with this sample now, I can attach another song, blend it the way I want. I'm sure you are enjoying it as we are moving it now. So we are about to load the track on it now. You can see how I switch from one beat to another without any serious pressure from the little samples I've composed together. So we are going to be moving it to the next track now. Just a way of transitioning. Okay. Thank you for being my G for life as I continue to give you the very best. Keep a date and don't forget to...
Okay. Help me. If they carry me, they go I don't know.
It's your hostess DJ Don Genius, spinning the wheels of steel.
Okay.